happy Friday to you. It is August 12th and time for this week's Friday Funnies. And this week I'd like to start off with a question. What goes up and down so fast that it makes your stomach churn? No, it's not a malfunctioning elevator. And no, it's not a slinky on an escalator. And no, it's not Lady Gaga. It's the stock market. And I want to know what in the name of Dow and Jones is going on here. I mean, it all started when Standard & Poor's downgraded America's rating from AAA to AA+, which, if you're asking me, is still a pretty good grade. But anyhow, when that news got out, then the market started on this roller coaster ride, and unfortunately, we're all in the same handbasket. Now, I have no idea what is making the market perform like a yo-yo in a windstorm, but I want to know, who gave these Standard & Poor people the authority to downgrade us? I mean, this is a company, by their own admission in their name, is both standard and poor. I don't think they have the right to judge anybody. Maybe if they were successful and rich, but not Standard & Poor. And S&P is an American company, so why the heck are they peeing on the hand that feeds them? If you gotta downgrade somebody, downgrade France or Iceland, but leave your homies alone. Enough said, that was this week's editorial. But as crazy as it's been on Wall Street, it's been even crazier in other places. So here are this week's craziest. A 27-year-old man in Chandler, Arizona was tucking a pistol into the waistband of his pants when the gun went off. He shot himself in the wiener and the bullet lodged in his leg. And boy, this had to hurt, you know. But to make matters even worse, the gun involved belonged to his girlfriend and was bright pink in color. I mean, it's bad enough shooting yourself in the wiener, but to do it with the Barbie Glock is really embarrassing. Later, to the police, the man also admitted using an easy bake oven to cook meth. Officials at the Pittsburgh Zoo announced this week that they will soon be opening North America's first elephant sperm bank. Yeah, that surprised me, boy. I would have thought elephant sperm banks are about as common as Starbucks in North America, but apparently they are quite rare. Now, the zoo hopes to be able to breed elephants in Pittsburgh instead of shipping them over from Africa, citing that the FedEx costs were really excessive. So through Project Frozen Dumbo, that is what they are calling it, the zoo is going to be getting elephant sperm from Africa and using it to inseminate elephants in Pittsburgh. This is all fine and dandy, but I'm thinking, who's the poor guy in Africa who has the job collecting the samples to send over here? And how exactly does he do it? I mean, it's got to involve an incredibly large test tube, perhaps dressing up like Hannibal, or reading racy stories about Jumbo and Bebar. Wilfred Gonzalez Cruz is a handyman in suburban Chicago who was called to remodel a home in Cicero. While he was working in the bathroom, the woman of the house came in looking for the ring that she had left on the sink, and she noticed that it was gone. So she asked Wilfredo if he took it, and he said, "Well, no, I did not take it." Anyhow, after a lengthy argument, he admitted that he took the ring and had it in his shoe. And then he reached into his shoe, pulled out the ring, and promptly swallowed it. Well, the police were called, x-rays were taken, and Wilfredo spent some time alone in the jailhouse after he was given copious amounts of laxatives. Eventually, the ring reappeared, and it was picked up on the end of a very long stick and returned to the owner, who immediately sent it out to be cleaned, re-cleaned, and then thrown away. That's all I have for you this week. Thanks for watching the Friday Funnies. Please send these on to all of your friends and neighbors and anybody you know who could use a good laugh. We'll see you next week.